Hello everyone and welcome back. So by this point you've installed Anaconda and you probably know this screen. Now as a note, it most likely won't give you an icon on your desktop. You'll need to type in Anaconda Navigate into your search bar to find it. So Anaconda Navigator, this will pop up, there's lots of buttons. But we only really need to worry about two. At some point we'll probably have to worry about this one. For now, you only need to worry about Jupyter Notebook. So launch it. Click Launch. And it will pop open your web browser. So it might take you longer if you don't have one open. Mine's already open, so there it goes. Okay, so with this, you're going to see a whole bunch of files. It might look really obnoxious. I'm going to give you notebooks. They're programming notebooks that you will open up using this program. So you'll need to find out wherever they are on your computer. I would say save them to your desktop or your downloads, and you can just open them up in that. We're not going to click there quite yet. First, I want to show you how you can make your notebook. So let's do that. If you want to make a notebook, you go over to the top right and you'll see Upload and New. We're going to do New right now. And it's going to go wherever you are currently. So to make things a little bit simpler, I'll just stay here. But for you, you should probably put it somewhere you're going to be able to find because this is a higher level directory. Okay, I click on New. Python 3. I can also do text file, folder, terminal. There's lots of stuff I can do, but Python 3. Because we're learning how to program with Python 3. So I click it. And it's going to open up. Now in this class, I will make you do some programming. I might have you turn something in. There's going to be very light on assignments for the programming section of this course. Mainly because this is the first time I've been using Jupyter Notebook to teach people Python. And I want to make sure that the resources are enough to help you get through it successfully. So go through them, give me feedback, tell me what's going on, tell me how it works for you. If it doesn't work, if it's not helping, I need to know that. Okay, so you open it up and it has a little name. I can change that if I want to. And it has a little blinking dot. Why are you blinking at me? What's going on here? Well, this is going to become a Python code. Like I can type anything I want in here and it will do Python stuff. So I'll do something we're going to see a little bit later. I'll type in print hello world. Okay. Terrible grammar. I should have a comma in there, I believe. Who cares? My wife does, but she's not down here. Okay. So I do that. And if I want to run everything, like let's say I had a bunch of lines in here, then I would click run. Otherwise, I click this button right here. And I'd run just this cell. Hello world! Woo! Now, as a note, if I want to, I can make this longer. I can print hello world 10 times if I wish. Or, I can insert another cell underneath that. You're like, why would you do that? Are these separate? They're sort of separate. If you're trying to figure out an error, it's going to be helpful. However, the notebook works by whatever you run first is like the first line of your code. And it just keeps on adding it on. So they're all connected in the end. Other things you can do. Well, you can change this to be just text. So right now, it's just text. It's not meant for anything besides me telling you what's going on. Hey, that previous cell was where I printed hello world. Whoa. I'm hopefully going to be a bit more descriptive than that. And if you're thinking that is the most terrible formatting ever, I click run, it turns into regular formatting that you might be used to. I can have headings, I can have pictures. Pictures are really light right now. I'm going to try to get those to you because I want to make this as interesting as possible all the way through. We're not quite there yet. Okay. So you're mostly going to be focusing on the typing in stuff and having it pop out an output. That's what you're going to care about, especially if I give you any sort of assignments. That's what you're going to be doing. If I'm asking you to tell me why you did something, if you have to show it to somebody else, you put it in this form. Okay, now this is what Jupyter is meant to do. It's meant to show your data, show your results. In this case, my results are hello world. It's not that mind-blowing. Let's say I had some amazing plot or some amazing graph. It would be there, And you could show step by step with these very good explanations, along with all of the pictures, saying, here is why I did that, here's how I did that, and now you can do it too. You're like, well, isn't this how everybody does it? Not really. There are other ways of writing a code. You can just have this long text file, and if you know coding, it makes sense to you. If you don't, you're completely and horribly lost. So we're trying to avoid that completely and horribly lost feeling. Okay, now the last thing we're going to do is we're going to open up one of the notebooks that you're going to be going over next time. So I'm going back to this. You notice that I just opened up a new tab. And I can shut this down if I want to now. Notice I'm going to leave here because I don't care about it. That didn't actually shut down. It's still there running, but we'll get to that a little bit later. Doesn't really matter too much for you. I can go to running and close if I want to. Shut down. Boom. Okay, so on my desktop, I happen to have saved in Python class a bunch of different little files here. So I'm going to go to Lesson 1 Intro to Python. Now you're going to download this, you're going to save it someplace that you can find it, and then when you're ready to, you're going to click it. It will pop open. And then here is your very first lesson. So these are how the lessons look. You see there's a heading, Lesson 1, Welcome to Python. There is text, and then there are some examples. It will tell you to do something or to fix something. If you have to do something, I typically like delineate and say, don't type above this line or below this line because you'll mess things up. Because I'm not expecting you to do huge codes. I'm really expecting you to add little tiny tidbits as we go along. And it gets bigger and bigger as you go. Okay, so you see that there's a whole lot here. It's hopefully a little bit more interesting than just seeing a big text file. And once again, I'm sorry, there's not many pictures yet. I'm working on that. I'm hoping to have some little comic strips in here to make you laugh as you learn. Well, with that, I'm going to stop here because, we've learned enough, I think, for this time. And next time, we'll actually go through this example together. So I will see all of you next time. Have a good day. Bye-bye.